we're going to be catching up, have been catching up with some of the former Cowboys that are doing quite well in the National Football League, which is fun. I do not have a favorite NFL team anymore. I don't. I root for whenever I'm watching a game. I check out the Cowboys, and I root for whoever has the former Cowboy players on their team. That's who I root for. So when I see the Dolphins, I root for that Miami Dolphin defense and Vincent Taylor, and he's been getting better and better. And I think the Dolphins are happier and happier with the way he's playing, and he joins us now. And Vincent, first of all, I guess where you are, it's probably good afternoon, right?
Yes, sir. How y'all doing? Thanks for having me on. It's afternoon where I'm at.
Well, and where I mean, guys are in different places. We had Brad Lundblade on a couple of weeks ago, and he's down in Texas, and I know Crabtree's down in Texas, and then they'll be heading back to Cincinnati, and of course, Jarwin's down there in Dallas anyway. But where do you work out? Where do you stay? Outside the season.
I usually go back and forth from New Orleans to San Antonio and Miami. This year, last year I trained back home. This year I'm staying in Miami just so I could get used to the weather. Once we head back to camp and head back to OTAs, I'll be used to the humidity and everything.
Yeah, you know what? I can see staying in Miami for the winter. Why not?
Yes, sir. You can't. Beautiful weather, beaches out here. You can't go wrong with Miami.
No, Miami's actually better in the winter than in the summer. Summer is when it
Correct.
gets sticky, and a lot of the people that live down in Florida, they get out of Florida in the summer because it can be pretty humid, and you want to skip that hurricane season whenever that thing comes up. But in the winter, Miami's a great place to be. All right, how long did it take you, or did you just come into the league realizing, okay, there is no off season? I mean, you knew from Rob Glass at Oklahoma State, maybe
hmm
you get a few weeks in May and maybe you get a few weeks after the bowl game. It's no different. If you want to be a success in the NFL, you worked out this morning, right?
Right, I did. I think I
It,
told you
it's a
that
it's a
when it was yesterday or the day before we could, I
Yep.
hop on with you guys for my workout. I think with being in the league, I think you got to find that balance. You got to work out, but at the same time, you got to let your body, rest. You don't want to overwork yourself. Like with us having a new head coach, we report back early, so I had to find that balance of like not working out too much, where I or wear myself out when we start on April 1st. But I also know I got to stay on it, so I won't be lacking once April 1st comes.
How excited are you about the coaching change? And again, your new head coach is from the New
Right.
England Patriots family. You know the success of that because you've been in that division with the Patriots since you got in
Uh
the
huh.
league. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm very excited. It's something new, so I got to make sure I got to be on my A game. Because like I was telling some people, like this is my third year. I'm going into my third year into the league, and I'm already on my third D line coach. So every D line coach wants something different. I got to adjust the way I do things according to what they want me to do. But I'm looking excited for our head coach to join us. He's a defensive coach. You seen what they did with holding the St. Louis or the LA Rams to 3 points. The Rams being a high-powered offensive team. You seen what New England was able to do with him being a DC over there. So that goes to tell you what he brings to the table, and I'm looking forward to it.
This may sound like a crazy question, but from the conditioning and strength standpoint with Rob Glass and
Uh huh.
Gary Calcano and that staff, with what you learned as a defensive lineman with Joe Bob Clements, Coach Clements, when you got to Miami, when you got to the league, and I remember when you declared
Uh huh.
after the Alamo Bowl,
Right.
um, or I guess you declared right before the Alamo Bowl. How prepared? Yeah, how prepared did you feel you were when you got there? How ready was Vincent Taylor for the NFL?
I mean, I look at football at the end of the day, no matter what level it's on, whether it's high school, college, or NFL. At the end of the day, football is football. I mean, the speed of the game changed, some of the things changed, but me and every other athlete, we've been playing football our whole life. So, like, Football is gonna be one on one, whether you got 11 men on the field on each side of the ball. Football one on one is about you and the man in front of you, beating him. But when I declared, people me going 6 rounds, for me to be doing what I'm doing on this level going into my third year, I led the league and block kicks last year. People don't expect me to be doing the things I'm doing as a 6 round draft in this league.
Well, and I got to think that's one of those things because, I mean, I don't remember what you did at James Madison in San Antonio or in high
Right.
school on the block kicks,
Uh
but at
huh.
Oklahoma State, and I know Joe Bob kind of has a reputation for being really good at teaching, the kick blocking part of it.
Right.
That was something you brought to the NFL that I'm sure they knew you could bring it, but
Uh
they
huh.
probably weren't sure you could do it as well there as you did at OSU, and you certainly have.
Right, it just people always ask me like, how did I learn how to do that? Like, where do I get that from? I mean, it ain't really about learning. It just really, I think it's an effort play. A lot of guys took that field goal, like, all right, this is a play to take out. For me, like, I know the person in front of me might not take that play as serious or go as hard on that play as an offensive defensive play. So I take advantage of it. And I think it's about timing, getting your hand up at the right time, but it's not just me, there's a lot that go into it, coaches putting me in the right position and my teammates doing their part also.
Obviously, getting paid is the number one difference, and that's a
Yes, sir.
positive, getting paid. But the differences between college football and the NFL, what are some things maybe you miss about college football, and what are some things that you really like other than getting paid? That would be number one. What are some
Right.
things that are better about being in the NFL?
I mean, I think being in the NFL, I mean, the difference between NFL and college, this being in the NFL now is a business now. You got to look at it as a 9 to 5 job. Like, because at any moment anything can happen. Whether it's getting cut or getting, getting traded. You got to look at it as a business expert. But like college, you had to go to class, and now it's just, and when you're in the league, like, I think one good thing about being in the league, besides the business part, is now you strictly focus on football and workouts and eating right and taking care of your body. You don't have to worry about, going and sitting in class. Whether sitting in the class would be like watching film now, and that all go back to everything that's on the field. So that's the difference between the two for me. And I think, I mean, like, being in the league, like, I think the atmosphere is different than being in college. I think college have a better, more like, the environment, the play level and the environment is better in college, I would say, than being in the league. But don't get me wrong, the league, like, they have each away game you go to, the fans is different, and I think that plays a part too.
Well, and in the league, I mean, I'm sure like the Dolphins facility. I've been to a lot of
Right.
NFL facilities, but I have not
Uh
been to
huh.
the Dolphins.
Right.
Do they have their own cafeteria? I mean, are you able to just stay at the facility during camp and maybe during practice weeks, and you don't have to leave to go grab lunch? It's all there.
Right.
Everything's there.
Yeah, they provide everything for us. We got our own cafeteria. We got a sleep trailer where you go in there and take a nap if you want. We got the cold tub, the ice tub, and all that. I think our owner, Stephen Ross, does a great job of providing us with those things and helping us get our body right, so that way we don't have to leave from the facility once training camp is here.
Okay, cool. What where's your favorite other than at home in Miami? And that's a beautiful stadium, by the way.
Right.
What's your favorite road trip in the league?
I think Kansas City playing at Arrowhead was one that I really enjoyed. Even though it didn't go in my favor or the team favor, I think they fans was pretty loud playing there. The Superdome, when we played in London, we played the New Orleans Saints my rookie year in London. Just knowing that they don't play football every day over there in London, I think the crowd level, like, they were so excited with us coming from the U.S. going over there and playing. That was pretty fun. And I think next year we play in Dallas. I'm looking forward to playing in Jerry's World. I've been in there, but I never played a football game in there, so I'm looking forward to that.
Well, and have you played back at home in New Orleans? Yeah, you played New Orleans in London. Have you
Right.
played? Yeah, have you? Have you played in the Superdome in the pros yet?
No, not in the pros, but on the college level, yes. But I'm pretty sure I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to playing in the Superdome one day in my career. Seeing how crazy the fans. Me being from New Orleans, I already know how crazy the fans is when the Saints is playing at home. But just being in there and being in that building, I'm looking forward to that one day.
Yeah. And with the new coaching staff in Miami,
Hmm.
hopefully you guys get going. And I know that's one thing you want to do is get in the playoffs and make a
Right,
run.
right,
And
right.
certainly you got a head coach. You got a head coach now that's got a bunch of Super Bowl rings.
Yes, sir. And like I said, hopefully he could bring that winning. Not hopefully, I know he will bring that winning. That winning tradition from New England to over here. And with the Super Bowl being in Miami this year, hopefully we could be one of those teams to be the first to hopefully make it to the Super Bowl and play in our own stadium. Like you just mentioned, make a playoff one.
Vincent Taylor with us for a couple more minutes, and uh, one of the things I wanted to ask you with with being in the pros,
Uh
you
huh.
coming up on April 1. That's when everything's going to get busy again.
Right.
Besides working out, I mean, what do you like to do now during the off season when you got some time?
Uh
What
huh.
are your hobbies? What do you like doing away from football now?
Oh, really? Like I think a lot of people seen it. I went to the Marlins spring practice. I spent a day with the Marlins, took batting practice with the team. You know what I'm saying? Watched film with them, caught some balls with them. Just doing that. That was one of my hobbies, and I see how the MLB is. Like I know those guys have a great time because that's something they do. As a career, and I just did it for a day, and I had a fun time. And right now, I'm actually here at the Miami opening in our stadium with the tennis match as we speak. So I'm enjoying some tennis right now. Really just trying to relax until, like you said, April 1st comes.
So you're a sports fan. When you're not when you're not playing for the Dolphins, you're a sports fan. Hey, now did you get a hold
Right.
of anything in BP for the Marlins? I mean,
I
did you go yard?
I did. I did. Actually, my last ball wound up hitting the warning track. Like one of the guys on the team told me if I would have put a little more air under it, it would have been a home run. So I had a fun time doing that. They gave me the full uniform, and gave me a bat, gave me some gloves, so I enjoyed that.
That's cool. Okay, and then last thing, I know you were back in Stillwater recently. You were at the KU
Right.
game, right?
Uh-huh. Yes, sir.
What do you what do you miss about Oklahoma State? Because you spent a good chunk of time there.
Right. Really, man, one thing I really missed was the training table. I know like Fridays, the game didn't meal, that was probably one of my favorites, just eating how good we ate up there and the meals that everyone provided for us. I think that was one of the biggest things I miss about Stillwater and really just the people, it's a college town. Just seeing how everyone come out and support. I was so excited to come back when I did come back to Stillwater last time I came. So that was my second time being back since graduating and leaving. So Stillwater always hold a special place in my heart for me, and I'm proud to be a alumni of Oklahoma State.
I will say this, Vincent, and I wish I could say it about every guy that left here and even every guy that left here and ended up in the National Football League.
Uh huh.
But you're in that group. You're in that group that I know Dave Hunziker and John and myself, the radio guys, because we're around it maybe a little more than most. I never saw a game where I didn't think Vincent Taylor was going with everything he had. And
Yes,
you
sir.
can't say that about even every player that makes it to the league. I
Uh
can
huh.
remember some guys. Well, he kind of dogged it that one time, but I can honestly say I can never remember Vincent Taylor not playing a game at Oklahoma State that I didn't feel like he was balling out with everything he had. So
Yes, sir. I really
that's
appreciate
pretty
that so
good.
much.
Well, it's great to catch up with you, man. I'm glad you're getting to be a little bit of a sports fan because you got a couple of more weeks and
Yes,
it's back
sir.
getting after it. And good luck with the new coaching staff and I just enjoy watching you play on Sundays. Block a few more kicks.
Yes, sir. We'll do it. Thank you for having me.
All right, Vincent Taylor, Miami Dolphins, former Oklahoma State Cowboy, and New Orleans made that trek from New Orleans to Texas and came to OSU from San Antonio and And again, one of those guys that, like I said, man, Vincent Taylor gave everything he had all the time. Now he's doing that for the Miami Dolphins.